I don't normally do this. I don't normally record when I'm at work, but I just had a prophetic word for the nation of Zimbabwe. I was talking to one of my patients here, an elderly, pink-skinned gentleman. We were just talking about world affairs when he asked me where I came from. So I told him I entered this world through Zimbabwe. So he said, "Oh, it's a shame what has happened in that nation. It used to be a glorious nation." I said, "No, you know, it is not a shame what has happened to Zimbabwe. There is a glory of God emanating from Zimbabwe." I knew when I was talking to him that this was not me talking to him, that this was God about to say something quite significant for the nation of Zimbabwe. The Lord then started talking about Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm talking to the patient, but yet it's all about Sodom and Gomorrah. I said Sodom and Gomorrah looked prosperous. Everything was great, and the Lord chose to go to Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, Zimbabwe might appear barren right now in terms of the economical structure, in terms of the health system in Zimbabwe. Everything might appear to be going downhill, but what God is saying is there is a greater glory in that nation. There are men and women that will arise in such a time as this, that will bring a change and a transformation. That the glory of God, there is a blanket of the glory of the Father in the nation of Zimbabwe, that we should not be taken by what we see. So as I was talking to this gentleman, I started releasing this word, talking to him that, no, listen, Zimbabwe is in a greater state than what it used to be, because you see, we tend to look at things from a natural perspective, and God is saying that we need to arise in this critical hour and begin to see with the eyes of the Spirit. So when you see with the eyes of the Spirit, there is a blanket of glory which is tangible in that nation of Zimbabwe. It's just a matter of what we see. More like when Elisha was surrounded by the Syrian army, he was not moved. He says, "They that are with us are more than they that are against us." Yet what the servant saw was a Syrian army. He saw the mighty army of Syria surrounding the prophet. But the prophet continued having his breakfast. He was not shaken, he was not moved. God is saying, as Zimbabweans, we should not be shaken and we should not be moved, because there is a greater glory. All we need is God open our eyes that we can see. We need not to focus on Sodom and Gomorrah. I've been doing my walks and runnings, in England. I see churches that are shut down. The spiritual climate in the UK, United Kingdom, is not good anymore. Churches are being shut down. Churches have been changed to pubs. This mighty nation, this great nation, it has become that Sodom and Gomorrah. The faith in this nation has gone downhill. Economically, it appears great, job opportunities, you can name it, claim it, it is there, but spiritually speaking, it is not. So we need to arise in this critical hour as God's children and realize that the way God sees things, He doesn't see it the way we see it. He sees it differently. So for those that are in the nation of Zimbabwe, the intercessors, those that have been interceding for Zimbabwe, take courage, take heart. There is a blanket of glory upon that nation. I've driven from South Africa to Zimbabwe. You look at South Africa, the beauty of it on the natural, but it has nothing on Zimbabwe. Yeah, it has nothing on Zimbabwe in terms of the spiritual climate. The spiritual climate of Zimbabwe, it is rich. You might not see it, but believe me, if God is saying it is rich, it is rich. So those that carry a prophetic mantle, you need to prophesy what the Lord is saying, that there is the glory of God in the nation of Zimbabwe, because it is only when we begin to prophesy as we see that we will begin to see the manifestation of that which we are saying, right? So intercessors, continue interceding. There is a greater glory in Zimbabwe. Those that carry the prophetic anointing, don't prophesy according to what you see. prophesy according to what God is saying. And I am saying there is a glory of God in Zimbabwe, that men and women of God in the nation of Zimbabwe will arise. They will do great things. That country that was once the breadbasket of Africa, it will arise in this critical hour. It will become the breadbasket of Africa spiritually, in Jesus' mighty name. I am Pastor Lom. You have a glorious, blessed day or evening or night or morning whenever you see this. Have a wonderful time.